Lights On talk show, and today's show is Cries of the Dark. And what that means is lesbians willing to come out to expose themselves to their families. So again, today's topic is Cries of the Dark, and I have a very, very special guest. And of course, this is a series of the Real Lesbian Show. We have our very special star here, Miss Lolita. How you doing, Lolita?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm great. It's always good to have you back. This is an awesome show, and people are now talking about this series, Lesbians, the Real Lesbian Show, and people have even called you. We want to bring that up first. Our last show, you expressed the fact that for young girls to tell, or how should they tell their parents that they're gay, to expose their new lifestyle. And can you tell us what happened as a result with the young lady we call her Miss 16?
Well, like you said, the last show that we did at Gypsies, and I was talking of how helping the community and all that, and mysteriously out the blue, a young lady inboxed me on Facebook.
Yes.
And she was basically asking me to help her to come to help her to come out to her family, and especially like her mother. And I basically made a status for her, but I didn't put her name in it, of course. And I call her Mix 16. And like a lot of different people left messages like under the status of telling her how they came about telling it and how the outcome was. And I'm sure she was watching it because I texted her to let her know to look at the page at that time. But I'm definitely looking forward to helping her more in any possible way that I can.
Right. And we just want to let our studio audience know that the Real Lesbian Show is to support the lesbian and gay community, because we understand that when people are willing to come out, it's such a hard and task to tell and to share the families, because sometimes not all family members, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, uncles, will agree with their new lifestyle. And this show is really to help those young people, older people, men, women to come out. And what is your, because somebody's like, they just became curious right now about your webpage. Can you give that webpage out so if anyone wants to contact you, they can contact you so that they can be helped? And they're going to find out here much more in the show today.
Well, my Facebook information is Lolita.Chase at yahoo.com. And more than likely when you add me, it'll be a 3 the Hard Way logo, because that's the promoting and entertainment that we do. Is me and 2 others, Chris and Black.
What's up, Chris and Black?
That are not here with us tonight, but yeah, they here, but they not here. And that's where you can find me on there. And I talk about everything. When I mean everything, for those that are on my page knows I talk of whatever I feel like talking about, to the point where Facebook almost tried to ban me at one point in time.
Right, but and it's so essential for you to be able to share with that community, and to be open and to be honest and be realistic, because it's so many young ladies in particular coming out of the closet, and to expose themselves that they want to be a lesbian, and so they need help and guidance. Because what I'm understanding is that some, especially the women that come out, they are confused because they just don't know what to do. And of course, Lolita, you are one key person. You in the 3 the Hard Way can help them to understand their new lifestyle. Is that right? And how do you do that?
I mean, basically, everybody at some point in time, that every story that I've heard anyway, they basically had to work up their nerve to want to get it out there to tell, or they're scared of what the reaction to be. And I can't really so much say I can relate to that situation, because I'm so impulsive to where I just think on instinct and just do it. Like, for me, I woke up one day, I was still pregnant, and called my mother on the phone. I'm gay.
Wow, you were pregnant?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had like 2 months more to go with my son, and I don't know, like it was never a thing to me where I just wanted to wait around for it or dread it out. It just, I've always liked females. Right. I was like since 8, 9, but Sorry, Ma, you didn't know that part though, but yeah, but
Her mom is here today too, so she'll be up real soon.
so it's like I don't know, like just one day I just woke up and I made a phone call because it's just what I feel, and a lot of people that know me or know of me in the community, the gay community, I act off an instinct.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of like anything. Like I just live my life. I'm me. If I feel like doing it, obviously you can see I just do it.
Right.
So I'm very, very free spirit.
And in the gay community, does you being a free spirited person, does that help? Well, how can I say this? You being free, is the gay community supportive of your freedom of expression?
To be honest with you,
Yes.
everything that they know about me, I am totally shocked that I've never had nobody against me. Never. Like, I'm sure I might, people might say little stuff behind back who don't talk about people. Like, I can care less about stuff like that. But, I mean, I'm sure, I've heard little stuff here and there, but
Right.
it never been in my face.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like
So they just hate.
everybody. I mean, hey, I'm sure I got some out there,
Right.
but they never presented to me
Right.
when we came across
Some
paths.
want to be like you, huh?
I mean, it's a lot. Like a lot of people look up to me to the point to where as though they see things that they want to do that they not free to do
Right.
because either they think because of their job or they just. I call it people that hide behind a mask.
Right. When you say that, right now, and we both know that because of the gay community has gotten so strong, great women, great leaders in our country right now are coming out by the droves. Actors, actresses, they're coming out saying, I'm gay, I'm gay. So what is going on? There is a rolling effect from the top because people want to be associated with strong and powerful people. So they said and figured, well, if Miss So-and-so, I forgot the star just came out, white lady, I forgot her name, but she just came out and said she was gay. So they're like, wow, if she can be gay, I now can come out of the closet and be gay. Because what we have to be prepared for now, and a lot of parents, is why we're here today, because a lot of females, young and old, are going to begin to come out. And how do moms, dads, church members, co-workers deal with this same person they've known for so long now have popped or posed the notion that now that they're gay? So how can these folks deal with that? Because it's coming. And it's happening even today.
Like I said, by me being basically, I've been blessed to not have that happen to me on my mother's side or my father's side. Because both of them, like I said, got it with spontaneous information at that one moment.
Right.
And well, my mother knew for the longest before my father did. But like as far as like other people that's out here that are afraid to tell, basically.
Right, because they have to protect their jobs, their careers.
And I feel like if you do it, I don't feel as though you should hide it. Mm-hmm. Like if you feel as though you can do anything behind a closed door, and I ain't gonna say anything. Let me take that back. But if you feel as though it's certain, especially like your lifestyle as far as your sexuality, if you feel as though you need to hide and creep around and whatever, I don't feel as though you need to do it then because you're not being true to yourself.
Right.
So it's like if you gotta hide yourself if your parents come over, like you can't have your girlfriend there or something of that nature, then you're not ready. You're just not ready for it.
Well, see, you're informing these folks right now because they don't know.
Right, they don't.
So they may just be confused. Do you think?
It's a lot that could be confused, but I know if they're confused, I think you should just leave it as you're bisexual, meaning you're still liking both until you definitely know. Like, don't say that you're one way and then behind closed doors you're still doing the other. You know what I mean? It's either you are or you don't. Like, I really don't look at labels, but there are labels in certain sections when it comes to that part. Lesbians are lesbians that don't have sex with men. Women that have sex with men and women are just bisexual. Like, and then you got the straight that just like the men.
Right.
But you can't label yourself as a lesbian and then behind closed doors you pop up pregnant. Like, and then use the excuse, oh, I wanted a baby.
Right. Because now, another thing that really interests me is that you have some women that are members of churches.
Right.
How would they handle, what do you think, or what suggestion would you you give them they're in church and but now they want to express the fact that they're gay. What would you say to that person?
Basically, all I can say as far as people involved in church real heavy, God accepts everyone for who they are. So if you feel as though you wanted to come out and a church of all places turn you away because of your sexuality, they're not really about the faith of what God is about.
Because what's your thoughts about Jesus with homosexuality?
I mean, I'm sure it's not supposed to happen. A lot of things in this world ain't supposed to happen, but it did.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got people that go to church, they still get high when they go home.
Yes, true.
They half of them probably come that way. You know what I mean? Or drunk,
True.
got a little bottle in the bag, it's anything. Like, everybody still do whatever regardless on what they preach, and I call them hypocrites. Because if you're definitely going to go that far with saying that you're lying to yourself and you're lying to God, so it's like, I mean, I ain't gonna say I can't give myself fully to a church because there's some things that I know I'm not going to change.
Right.
So it's like I'll go occasionally to say I've been and stuff like that, but I'm still a strong believer.
Right, because the reason I bring this up because so many women in churches you see them singled, and they really don't want a man. So what's left is another relationship with a woman. And a lot of them are really in that medium, not knowing what to do. You follow me? And we've talked before that you have a true relationship with God, and so can you express to the women if they do, then they still can maintain a relationship with God, because that's the most interesting thing that they want to know. Will God just throw them out? So could you address that?
Well, God don't throw away anyone. Like a thief, a criminal, murderer, rapist, whatever, he's still considered as that child of God. I mean, yeah, they get their punishments. You know what I mean? Everybody do in their own way.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, if you're in the confused stage to where as though you don't know whether to go that way or not go that way, then don't bother with it until you just know you're ready. But know that he's there regardless.
Right.
He's just there regardless.
Because one of our last shows, there was a young lady, she said that, I asked her what she gets. She said no, but her parents wanted her to be a lesbian so that she wouldn't have children. That was deep.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting, actually. I'm going to think that her parents possibly might have been gay themselves.
Well, she mentioned that her parents
so they
were gay.
Right,
yeah.
I figured that. Anybody, yeah.
So, let me ask you a question. What goes on when you have a lesbian around a female, and she's looking at this female, trying to figure her out, and the girl, let's say, is thinking about becoming a lesbian, or just curious, do lesbians get excited if a person says, I'm coming out, I want to be gay? I mean, what is it like? That's a lot of my artists want me to ask you that question.
Well, basically, a true lesbian has radar.
Radar?
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, basically like a radar detector. When you buy police somewhere in the street, you already feel it coming.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So
even with males, of course, it's like you just know.
So you're saying that if a girl was sitting right here,
I'll be able to tell you everything about her.
Really? Wow. So
I can let you know if she's done it before. I can tell if she's only been thinking about it. I can tell you. I can tell you a lot.
Wow, that's deep. Wow, you were like a psychic.
Actually, yeah.
Really? Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And most people find you quite interesting, of course. But what is it? Do lesbians get excited when a girl wants to be a lesbian? Because thinking that maybe this can be a new piece of, shall I say, meat?
No.
Is it?
The only ones I can say that think like that are the ones that want to whore around.
Oh, okay.
And I mean by that because just because we're lesbians don't mean half of them still aren't freaks.
Okay.
Like regular straight people. You know what I mean? Everything that happens with straight people happens still with lesbians and gays. So it's like you can be sitting in the room. I mean, the most that I can say from me being the person that I am, I'm not going to jump on you Because first of all, I don't want nothing that be here in Baltimore City.
Is that right?
Only for the simple fact, everybody done had each other at some point in time.
So, are you saying that when you say that, are you saying to me that in that community everybody has a little Tanga,
The communities in the states or whatever, they're small. They're very small. The lesbian communities.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can meet somebody here tomorrow and find out who she knew, maybe who she talked to. And by me being out with everybody as far as knowing a lot of people, or like, I'm the type of person where, though, if I find that you're a cool individual with me, like whether we're in the club and I only talk to you there, and you know, like, I have my main friends outside of the club, my best friends basically, and I have a rule to where, as though, if I meet somebody and I find out that you mess with somebody or even dated them, and whether, even like I said, we just speak inside the club, if I laugh with you and if I trip with you while you're there, you never have to worry about me messing with them.
Okay.
It's just a respect.
So, and that's
for me.
And
anyway.
that's important to know that there are some principles and some morality.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's very important.
And I mean, a lot of people don't have that.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's where a lot of the fights and, you know, all that extra stuff sometimes come along with the females, because females deal with feelings and emotions. So when you put two of them together, it's double trouble.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, ones that still can't let go. And I don't have time for that drama. I feel leave it for somebody else to deal with. It's more women out here than just Baltimore City.
Well, let me ask you a question. This is interesting. I know of a couple of young ladies that I know it's lesbians, but now they're seeking a male relationship. How can what goes on there? Can you help us out?
Wow. I'm not going to say 100%, but I can say they probably was already dipping before they started to go back.
Right.
So it's like, in order for, like, I don't know, I can only say there's not a lot of real true lesbians out today. I can say like a lot. Like, true lesbians to me are the older ones that you see, like maybe in their 50s, that's been like that forever.
Right.
Like, they don't even call each other girlfriends or boyfriends, you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that.
So
they call each other as their mate.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
So it's like, that's true lesbian, like the ones that with the hair shaved off, like older.
So you're
people.
saying when they have the hair shaved off, that's a
not
sign
saying,
of a true lesbian?
That's more of a sign of the male role, basically,
Okay.
in some. But to me, it's like I really don't see a lot of true lesbians that's here today. I don't. I mean, it's a lot that's coming out as lesbians,
right,
or whatever.
Because,
but
it's so many that's coming out now, you know.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, what's going on? You know. I mean, people are scratching their head. Why? You know. I mean,
and a lot of them is doing it out of curiosity, basically, because everyone is doing it.
Right, and because again, I said earlier, so many powerful women are now coming out. I can't mention this name, but I heard of a name yesterday, a very powerful woman, that she may be coming out very soon with her sexuality, and because of her authority and power, that may ensue other women to say, "Hey, I may as well join the race now because she's doing it, and I want to be associated with those strong and powerful women because like the women live, you know, come on. A lot of women are now just coming out. So you might get mind blown this time, next year, that it's going to be the ratio of lesbians is going to increase by great numbers. You know, and you might be I'm sure you will be a vital part, because a lot of them will come to you for some direction. So your face page might be blown up. You follow me? From 1,000 to maybe 20,000.
Right.
You know, so you got to prepare. So because you know you are one of the founding persons that have shown a concern for the lesbian community, because I know you want them to be vibrant, strong, but healthy. So you know we don't want them to just vicariously have relationships and spread diseases.
Exactly.
You know, we have to be realistic, and because we really care about the people, but a lot of them they're immature in that lifestyle. Mm-hmm. You follow? And immature children
mentally, period.
Yes. So what could you say to the women that are coming out, and it's going to be thousands very soon? So we're preparing for this onslaught of lesbians. So what would you say to them to encourage them?
But basically, I would say, regardless on who come out and who don't come out, stop being followers and become your own leader.
We have a lot of weak women
Yeah, you
that's
do.
been hurt, abused.
Exactly, and that's
You
what I'm
follow me?
saying. Like, you gotta take a stand for yourself, basically, and it ain't gonna happen until you ready to make it happen.
Lolita, okay, here, I've heard this. I was raped. I was abused by a man. So as a result, women are they carry a lot of anger with them. So they say, well, because of this, I'm going to do that. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
How can you? What would you say to a person that have had those experiences?
People that have those type of experiences, it's so much of not running to your sexuality, a different sexuality, because the same stuff that a man can do to you, a female can do just as well.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say as far as like the raping might go that far, but you know what I mean. Like the same way the mental abuse,
Yeah.
the fighting on,
Right.
you know, all that stuff. It doesn't make a difference which sex you go to because you're gonna get it regardless. All the arguing, the bickering, the cheating on each other. So it's not gonna make a difference on who you go to.
Uh-huh.
Basically, women that have those type of issues need to seek mental help. Period. Even if you don't go to a psychiatrist or you know whatever, it's called right. Just right.
You know what? I'm going to put this out to TV audience. If there is a psychologist that's have the lesbian experiences, I'll say, I would love for you to contact us and be a help and support because you're going to be so much needed. I can tell you by next year. And again, that number to call me, it's 410-564-8758. Again, that's 410-564-8758. That's one. So we need your help, psychologists, even if you're male or female, in the gay community. We need your help because there's a lot of
Definitely
folks.
need your help.
Yeah.
Because not even only on that topic, there's a lot of females that's out here that get so mentally wrapped up in relationships to where as though even though it happens with everybody, but it mainly do happen a lot and it's worse with females. To where as though they don't know how to get out of a situation.
Right.
Like it's like you know you love or you in love, whatever the case may be, but at the same time people need to realize, like I have and I still am a little bit, that love is two ways. You know what I mean? It's like love is the actual love where you're getting everything back 50-50 or 100% on each end or whatever case may be, but then you got the love that blinds you from the mental abuse that goes on or the other things that goes on into your relationship.
Okay, listen, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. We're going to bring up Miss Tiffany. We'll be right back. Hello, this is It's On Talk Show, and today's topic is Cries of the Dark on the lesbian series. We have our very good and very special guest, Lolita. And also new to the stage here is Miss Tiffany. How you doing, Miss Tiffany?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. You're looking very good today.
Thank you.
I love your glasses and your t-shirt. Look like you're mad. It's cold. But you bling blinging. Oh, that is the okay. Yeah, that's right. That's the logo for Three the Hard Way. Yes, this is a great organization. Again, today's topic is Cries of the Dark. It's they cry out to family members, friends, co-workers, church members, and etc., that you indeed are now a lesbian. How did you do it?
Well, the first thing I did was make sure of the feelings that I had.
Is that right? Okay.
I had to make sure of the feelings that I had, and I wasn't always a lesbian, but I've always looked at females in a sexual way.
Okay.
So
Now, when you say that, this might sound stupid, but what do you mean you looked at them in a sexual way? I'm country boy. I don't know too much.
I was attracted to them,
Did you look at what part of their bodies?
the whole thing.
Okay.
Everything.
Now we
The
know.
whole thing.
Okay.
From the scent to the height, the complexion, eyes, the way they talk, the way they carry themselves, everything.
Wow. And so in your cry out, who did you express that you were gay to?
My best friend first.
Okay, which is a guy or
most
girl?
times it's to a friend first, but on occasions they go straight to parents because they want to get that out the way.
Right.
But I went to my best friend first, and
then your best friend is a male or female?
she was a female.
Okay.
And I
Was she
expressed
gay?
to her, no, she
Okay.
she's still, well, she's bisexual now.
Okay.
But she wasn't when I told her.
I'll get back to that, but go ahead.
And I just went to her and said that I've been having these feelings since I was in elementary school.
Uh huh.
But I never reacted on it because I was doing what I was told was the right thing to do,
Okay.
which was being with males. And after being with them for so many years, they kind of became predictable to me.
Okay.
So we would talk or date, and other things would happen, and then it'd be over.
Mhm.
And I never really got any other satisfaction from it.
Really? Wow.
No. So, I had my first experience with a lesbian at the age of 16.
Wow.
16.
What was mine?
Actually, I think it
I
was
think I
earlier
was
than that.
10? Are you serious?
No, like 11.
Oh, we'll get back to you. I gotta hear it. That blows my mind.
I think
wow.
it was earlier than that. I was in the ninth grade. That's all I know.
Ninth grade.
And
My
it was a
mother is
birthday
knowing too
present.
much.
Okay.
It was a birthday present from one of my friends.
Birthday.
A birthday
Yeah.
present? Wait a minute. Hold.
Like taking
Wait
a
minute.
son, a man first son that's 4 years old to go see a stripper.
Wait a minute now. You're saying that someone allowed you to have a relationship with a lesbian. That was a birthday gift?
Yeah. She asked me. And I didn't go over there intentionally thinking that, oh, I'm gonna have sex with a female today.
Right.
She was just a regular friend, and she said well, I'm gonna give you a birthday present today. And I said, well, what is that? And she said, well, what have you wanted to do that you never had a chance to do? Because I had previously talked to her about being with a lesbian and having those feelings and stuff. And I was still stupid to what she was talking about,
Okay.
but she said that I'm gonna give you what you wanted, and then it just went from there. I mean, it gradually went from there to full play and
really?
into everything else. So
Wow. That's deep.
yeah.
Wow. I mean, I'm mind blown out.
Once again, no different from a male-female relationship.
That's very true.
When a female get another female for her male friend.
Wow. I just had a birthday. I wish a woman had came over. But we'll leave that alone.
Well, they gonna see it now.
Right.
But so with your parents, how did you express that to them?
Well, I was afraid at first because I was brought up in church.
Okay.
I went to a family church, and almost everybody on my mother's side of that family went to that church.
Right. Now, because that's happening today. And your situation is very, very prominent because the situation you're in, well, where it was in, some young ladies today, they're in that situation. So what you're going to say now is going to help some of those young ladies. But go ahead.
Well, I was scared because I was brought up in church, but I couldn't keep fighting the feelings that I had. I didn't want to live my life for other people anymore. I wanted to live my life for me. So I sat my mother down and I told her that I think I may be a lesbian, but I'm pretty sure that that's what it is because I've been having these feelings for a long time. And the first thing she said was, oh, it's a phase. It'll pass. So she was in denial for a good 2 years.
Uh-huh.
And then I became a junior in high school, and I wanted to take a girl to my prom.
Wow.
I didn't want to go with a male because what was I going to do?
Male sucked
I wasn't
at
gonna.
that time.
I wasn't going to be happy.
Right.
I wasn't going
Just
to be
stand
happy.
around and look at all the other women while he's standing beside you.
Wow.
And she said, whatever makes you happy, as long as they pay for half of their stuff. I said, okay. Fine.
Okay.
So as long as we split the car, she didn't care who I took. Which is when I realized that she's accepting it now. And
Right.
she said, whatever makes you happy, I'm going to be behind you regardless because I'm your mother and you're not going to have another one. So I was lucky to have that.
Okay.
Even with her denial for 2 years, I was still lucky to get that acceptance later on.
Well, and what happened with friends that maybe from in church? How did they respond to you?
Well, I stopped going to that church because I grew out of it.
Okay.
Personally, I grew out of it. I'm a member of another church now, but as far as my sexuality goes, I don't really discuss my sexuality in church.
Right,
I go there for the word. I am a God-fearing woman, regardless of my sexuality.
Yeah, and that's
I've
important.
never denied it.
Right, and that's important. That's
Right.
very important.
I still go to church. So just because you come out as a lesbian or you're open or on the scene or whatever, doesn't mean you have to not go to church.
Right, because as I was talking to Lolita, in the church community, there's going to be a lot of females coming out next year. So what you're saying, you let them know that you can still maintain a relationship with God.
Right,
And
and
not
don't
only
have to-
that, on top of that, you gotta look at it like to what we talked about when we did our first show. No matter how you try to put your child in certain surroundings, Catholic schools, churches, and all that. It doesn't matter what you do to
They
try
gonna
to
grow
make
into
them
their own
right.
person.
Right.
Your own personality is your own personality.
Right.
You can't change a person's feelings or their ways because you think if you put them in certain surroundings, they're going to grow up better than others.
Right, right. And see, that's been a very deceptive act because I know personally a friend of mine put a daughter in Catholic school. The daughter turned out to be gay, and not long ago, this kid she had a child. It was surprised that she changed the lifestyle. But the parent at the beginning, she put a child in Catholic school, expecting the child to obtain a great education and go on and get married to some guy, have a wonderful family. Well, nowadays, parents still feel the same way with a 6-7-year-old daughter now, 10 years old, and because of the gay and lesbian growth, some of those children will indeed become gay. So these parents, some parents are actually scared for their children because there was one time where you had to look out for just the little boys, but now you have to watch out for the little girls because, as you both expressed, at a very young age, you were attracted to girls, and
But it's also a misconception too, because we don't prey on people.
Exactly.
This is not a tiger versus a gazelle. We don't go after people who are not interested in us.
Is that
But
right?
there's some that do.
Yeah, because
There are some that go to straight clubs to try to see who they can scope out, and
is that right?
they are, and they be the ones that they do. Obviously, they had to be curious or bisexual if it happened. Because if you're straight, you're just straight. It ain't gonna work.
I heard of a situation some time ago where some kid in the school was actually taunting young girls to be with them who was a lesbian. So there are some situations where some folks.
There's been situations where I've met people, or as far as guys or whatever, and I can turn you back. You don't need to.
Yeah,
Obviously, if that's what I wanted, I wouldn't be the way I am now.
Right, and we guys, I've said that some time ago myself. But very true. If a woman is true to the game, I don't care what Johnny it is,
Right.
she ain't coming back.
Right.
So we have to, and men have to know how to deal now
Accept
with,
that.
And not even so much of accepting it, respect it.
right, respect. That's a good word because
Even the guys, even if if you see gay guys or whatever, like just respect the situation. Like everybody ain't the same.
right, because here it's been cultural shock. We like guys like I can't believe this fine woman is gay. She should be with me. So it's culture shock because guys are expecting this woman to possibly get with them. They can get married, have a family, blah. But it's not happening.
No.
And wow. So and your mom took this very easy.
Yeah, she did. I was lucky to have that acceptance from my mom. I love her dearly for that because
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that didn't have that, who
What
got put
do you-
out in different situations,
Is
got
that-
beat up.
Beat up by
Like,
whom?
Their parents,
Are you
their
serious?
siblings, other family
them-
members. Like,
Right.
we're going to try to beat it out of you because
Right,
we don't
right.
want you to be that way.
Right. So what could you say to a family member that a child may come to a parent this weekend and say to mom, dad, cousin, little brother, sister, I think I'm a lesbian. What could you say to the parents and to that individual speaking out?
Well, to the parents, this is your child.
Mm-hmm.
This is who you birth, and they're already going to have obstacles as far as coming out to the world.
Mm-hmm.
They need to know that when they come home, it's a safe haven.
Mm-hmm.
They can open up and tell you whatever they need to tell you to get up. Even if it's not about being a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
Even for gay guys too. I don't think that it's right for them to come home and be afraid to be themselves.
Right.
I was brought up to know that if there's something wrong with you or something that you need to tell me, you can come to me and tell me.
Right. Okay.
And I'm going to be open to it. That's pretty much what we're looking for is openness. Don't just shoot me away because you think that just because you don't talk about it, it's not going to happen.
Right,
'Cause
right.
they're still going to do it.
Yeah. Yes, I do understand.
And not only that, it's like if they feel as though they can't talk to their parents because of conversations they may overhear, like it's a lot of things that you're going to miss out
Mhm.
within your child because they're going to go to the streets
Right. Right.
for the help.
Right. And I asked you another question. What could you say to that child that wants to go to her parents and expose herself?
be sure that that you're ready for this, because like Lodi
The
said before,
outcome can be anyway.
it's no different being saying that you have a new boyfriend. It's still the same way. Be ready for what you're saying that you are.
But you're especially telling the parents, please do not hurt the child.
Right. Don't
Understand.
Don't
I mean,
hurt them, and
they
don't just
need
push
to
them away
realize
like it's gonna go away. It's not.
being somebody who definitely knows that they are gay or a lesbian and haven't told it or lived that secret until it's out. Once that is out there, you know how much weight that is lifted off of you.
Okay.
Like your soul is free.
Wow.
It's like living another lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's like having two different people living in one body. So it's like you got to put on this front and act one way around family, but then when you're not around them, you're doing what you do.
Yeah.
And that's
So
exactly
it's
what
like-
happened with me.
It's
That
like
happened to you?
just, it's like you just feel your soul leave your body, like it just float away.
Wow.
It's a big, big, big uplift for real.
Well, you know, I tell you, when you say this, I think about the down low men. They indeed are living that lifestyle of two, because they won't reveal themselves as a gay guy to the family, children, because they're afraid of their job status, church statuses, community statuses.
Then you got some that just don't want to tell period and just want to have fun with it.
Yeah, but those are some of the same guys that is contracting AIDS and taking it back home
The
to the
same
loved
way
ones.
with the females. They no different. You got the females that have sex with the females and then go behind closed doors and have sex with guys. So then they're having sex with guys who, regardless on who got what from where, is going
Everybody has it
elsewhere.
now.
Right, because especially in the African American community, we have to be conscious of HIV, because it is so rampant now,
Yeah, it is.
and it's really
steadily
sad. And I want all people to be safe and well.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, a lot of people may think that I might have had multiples and multiples of partners, but what they don't know is, actually, I'm scared to have sex with people. I'll talk about it all day long of what I know I can do, because I know I can do it well. But that was a little ego streak right there. No, seriously, like, I'm very picky. Like,
Well, you have to be.
yeah,
And
I don't.
that's important for people that are coming out to know that although you're coming out, it's not a free ride, because there are a lot of
The same
communicable
diseases
diseases.
you deal with
that-
The
being
same
straight,
is everywhere.
deal with the same diseases being gay.
Okay.
No
See, that's important.
No
Hey, listen, we'll be right back. And don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. And we're back. It's On Talk Show, and today's topic is Cries of the Dark, the real lesbian show. And today, again, we have Lolita, but also we have two wonderful new guests, and her name is Tanika and Miss Eve. And guess what? Tanika is Lolita's sister, and Eve is Lolita's mom. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Mom to Mike, yeah, thank you. Listen, Mom, Lolita is your beautiful daughter, and she came to you one day, and what did she say to you?
Well, she called me first. You like that, don't you? Well, she called me,
Okay, I'm sorry.
but I was like, at first I said, wait a minute, is she really telling me this, or is she just saying it? And I just said, okay, all right. Then I said, okay. So
No,
after
you
we
said
talked,
What did she say, Mom?
Whatever you float your
float
boat.
I said to her, and okay, maybe she going through
And
something.
she
right
told
now.
me what her side was. But of
Yeah.
course, when she got off that phone and called whoever else,
I called
that part
all
I
of
don't know about.
You
But I'm about to
called all
hear.
of
I
Cool.
called her other sisters.
The other,
Okay. How many sisters do you have?
it's three of, it's
Okay.
four of us all together.
Cool.
I'm like the sister brother.
Okay.
Yeah, my nickname, they call me Larry.
She was born a female, but she chose that.
Larry the
name.
Cable Guy?
Yeah, right.
Whatever makes her feel, she goes with the flow.
Is that right? Well, Mom, was this before or after she had a kid?
She was pregnant.
Oh, pregnant at the time.
She had already had 2 girls.
Okay, so you have 3 kids.
Altogether,
Okay.
she got 3. The boy was the one she was pregnant with when she just.
Yes.
It's
But
happened.
yeah, I was with my
Came
kid's
up.
father for 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Mom, how did that make you feel? This daughter that had already had 2 kids and is pregnant, and she asked that question. Told you she was.
Yeah, she says she thinks something's going on. She thinks something's wrong, that she like women. And I said, okay, and I didn't take it as serious at first. And I said, well, maybe she's pulling a joke on me. I want to see what I really was going to say or not.
Okay.
And then I said, okay. So I said, well, that's the way you feel. I mean, whatever.
But did you feel, Mom, that you had any responsibility for her feeling like that?
I don't know.
No.
Because she was.
Because if she had to say I don't know, then no.
No, because she always been a happy person.
Okay.
She had been a happy person.
And it looks like you guys have a great relationship. So you've shown her a lot of love since she was born.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she had.
So they gave me them beatings.
Yeah, but you needed
that I'll never get rid of out of my head.
No,
yeah.
She did. She think that was the miserable thing of her life.
Because, Mom, some parents feel like, what wrong did I do to make my child think like that?
It wasn't that. It was like, I felt like, well, maybe this is something. She said she just woke up and she felt this, and I said, well, maybe it might be a sign of God. Maybe she had a sign. I said that to myself. I mean, I never said it to her.
Did you flip the coin and say it could be a sign of evil too?
No, it could. No, I didn't go that way.
Just asking.
But it could have went that way. But I didn't do that. And I said, well, maybe this might be a sign. Maybe she feels something. Maybe she knows something.
Right.
You know. So I just said, well, whatever. Go with whatever you want to choose. It's your life.
Because, Mom, a lot of parents. Did you punch her?
No.
Did you give her a hug?
No, I just looked at her and stared up and I laughed at her at first, and then I said maybe she just pulling a joke on me. You know, but we got all right. We hung in there.
Because, Mom, a lot of parents, as Tiffany said, they beat the children up.
Yeah,
some
of them won't even let them
kick them out
in the house, and they disown them. And I don't think that's right.
No,
you shouldn't do that.
I don't think so.
That's when they go to the street or somewhere else and get mentally messed up. Really
Right.
That's when they go into the hard stuff of drugs on the street. They don't want it. They just don't care no more.
They find ways of suppressing their pain.
Yeah, and they go
with alcohol and becoming real stressed, depressed, to maybe suicide.
That they might got killed somewhere. They don't care then. They just let it go.
Wow.
And it shouldn't be.
Right.
Because we all was born to love each other, and I feel as though if that's the way you choose your life, that's your choice.
Right.
I can't tell you what to be.
Right, because, Mom, right as you're talking, some parent was faced with this situation just last week, and some will be faced with this tomorrow, next week. So what would you say to the parents?
Basically, I would tell them to listen to their children. Please listen. It's not going to hurt to listen. You know, if what you feel, if you feel as though it's something you need to let them know about it, let them know then. Don't wait till they leave and shut the door and get on the phone and call somebody and say, I don't want them back in my house. It's not right. It's
and
not
also
right.
the saying of what you won't do, the next one will.
That's true.
Like with your man or your girl, whatever. Same way with your kids. Just because you won't do it, don't mean your child won't.
And that's very true. You have wonderful parents that have done everything right for their children, and their children tend to be gay or lesbians or alcoholics or drug addicts. What do parents do?
Basically, for me, I accept it because I feel as though I can't change nobody.
Right.
She's who she want to be. That's her choice she chose.
Right.
You know, and if we tell her not to, it's still going to be that way.
Right.
Like,
you know,
even if they put them out or they're still going to mess with women.
You're not doing anything
So
but adding on to more.
Like them beatings. I still did what I wanted to do. You still can't.
We all got beats.
But anyway, I just felt so bad because, like, it's not just her in the family.
Right.
It's my granddaughter.
Is that right? Okay. Okay.
Yep.
And that's another thing. Like, I can say with one of my other sisters or whatever. Come to find out, she kind of sort of didn't want my nephew around me because she thought it might wear off on him.
Wait, that's important. Yeah, because go ahead.
But at the same time, you have a mind of your own. A lot of people can be influenced or, peer pressured or whatever, but at the same time, if you're going to do it, you're just going to do it. Whether it's around me, I'm sure he's seeing it elsewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, why would you even feel that way?
Right.
And like, I was in her wedding that she asked me to be in, and she told me if I had to be in it, I had to wear a dress. I'm not being in your wedding if I gotta put on no heels.
Oh, so you don't wear heels?
No.
Okay, I didn't.
I used to. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
I've only been dominant, down, whatever you want to call it. Probably almost like 3 years.
Oh, okay.
About 3 years.
So when a woman is when a lesbian is in the dom mode, she basically dresses in the men's attire.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
So and then like I told her that I couldn't do it. So me and her had a conversation about I played around, joke about it. Like I was still probably going to go ahead and do it, and that just for the fact that was my sister.
Okay.
And I didn't like it.
Right.
But I would have done it. So I made jokes about it, told everybody, well, y'all better be at my door snapping pictures because you'll never see it again. Like, all that.
Yeah.
But
Right.
then out of nowhere, she called me and told me that I can go ahead and wear a suit.
Okay.
So basically, she had a conversation, I guess, with somebody on her job about it and drilled some common sense into her
Right.
of accepting me. This is your sister. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she went along with it.
Right, because a lot of family members, because this is a new phenomenon. They don't know how even to accept. They're lost, and they really need help and be coached. That you have to still love and respect brothers and sisters that has chosen an alternate lifestyle.
Right.
And we have Tanika. How you doing today?
I'm okay. How are you?
That's good. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you.
And just before the show, I asked a question. First of all, were you an American? And you said,
Yes.
great. Yeah, and I make. So you seem to be a happy person,
Yes.
and I found out that you're married
Yes.
and you have a husband.
Yes.
Oh, any children?
No.
Okay. So I was about to ask another question, which was simply, were you gay? And there was some silence. Your mom is here, your sister's here. I'm going to ask that question again. Tanika,
Yes.
are you bisexual? Are you gay? Are you straight?
Well, I am not a lesbian. I am bisexual.
Wow. Did mom know this?
No, but she knows now. Hi, Mom.
Wow. Mom?
But
Is this
Let me hold that one more time. As we talk of the coming out, here's a prime example.
So you're coming out today that you are bisexual.
yes.
And do you
And-
understand what bisexual is?
Yes. I've been bisexual probably about 5.5 years now.
Mom, you didn't know this?
No,
Wow.
that's secret life.
Okay.
But the difference with my sexuality and being bisexual, I was not playing on both sides of the fence. If I'm with a woman, I'm with a woman.
Uh-huh.
If it doesn't work, I give a break, then I go to a man. It was never because I'm that way, I'm messing with both and going back and forth, running back and forth.
Okay.
Never none of that. Very responsible with being bisexual.
Okay.
I'm not a sloppy bisexual. I call them sloppy bisexuals. The ones who play in back and forth, like ping pong, they gotta bounce back.
Okay.
My thing is, I love my husband. My husband knows.
Your husband does know?
Yeah, my husband knows.
Wow.
We've been best friends for about 7.5, 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
He respects it,
Wow.
of course. And he also knows that at this point in my life, I'm not active on that part with a woman. I'm
Okay.
with him.
Okay.
It's just one of those things where I don't feel, I'm very picky.
Okay.
I don't agree with the lifestyle that a lot of people portray, like far as gay and lesbian community, that they're not responsible and they drink a lot. There's always drugs involved, but that's everybody. I mean, that's heterosexual, straight people. It doesn't matter. I mean, you have these problems all over
Right.
in every community. I just find it sad that when you tell someone that you're bisexual, when they find out you're bisexual, especially with a man, the first thing they think is threesome.
Right, right.
You know,
Absolutely.
and no, no. So that's one of the main things. Like what's going on now with bisexuality and with a lot of these sexualities, period, is that a lot of people doing it like it's a trend.
Right, right.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the latest fashion. Like, oh, this is what in, we have to do it. You know, and a lot of problems are coming up because of this, because a lot of people are in it for the wrong reasons. You don't run to a bisexual or gay lesbian relationship because you got your heart broken from someone else in a
Right.
heterosexual relationship.
Right.
That's not the cure. You know, that's not going to solve the problem. Exactly. Exactly. Right. And once you see that there's no difference, only difference is you're with the same sex.
Right.
It's still the same problems, the cheating. You even have some people who go out and get pregnant and they claim they're full-fledged lesbians. And
Yeah.
how does that happen?
I've seen it. Yeah.
You know, and I mean, that's just
Speaking of that, the lesbian community have labels to where as though like if you're a dom, you can't talk to another dom, or
Okay.
if you're femme, you know, all that type of stuff or whatever.
So
But at the same time, it's like I look at it like if you're a dom, and if you don't have kids, and if you want them, I don't see why nobody should judge them for going out getting pregnant to have their own child.
Okay.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Because then you got people that want to talk about you or say, "Oh, how is she gay if she's a dom? Like she's not. She's still a woman.
She's still a
she
woman,
still
right, right.
produce babies. She still want her own child.
Right.
Just because
That's
she
actually
is.
a good thing.
Right. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
it's like, and Baltimore, I'm gonna say Baltimore right now is so judgmental and so worried of what's the latest fashion trend, whatever. It's just a bunch of hearsay, she say stuff here.
Right.
And it's sad in a way because we're all women regardless.
Right. That's true.
So if another dom, I feel like if you're attracted to another dom, obviously for a reason.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you're not used to dealing with a dom or always dealt with feminine females, then if it happens, then it just happens. Why is it that people? Oh no, I can't. Oh, she like doms, and that's nasty. You're still a female.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Wow.
it's really crazy. But you can finish.
But let me go ahead. I'm sorry. Well, I want to ask Mom a question. Mom, your beautiful daughter here just proclaimed that she is a bisexual. So, Mom, how?
bisexual lesbian.
That's what she called it.
Okay. So, Mom, how do you feel about this? Her coming out today.
It's a surprise.
Okay.
I thought she maybe had something for me to listen to anyway.
Wow.
It wasn't. It's not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Do you love her?
Yeah, it don't change anything because she's my daughter.
Okay.
And this is what she, it just, as long as she feels comfortable and happy with it, it's fine with me.
Right. Now, Mom, I'm just sitting here and I'm feeling people out there in a TV land that's saying, I wonder if Lolita has something to do with this. Lolita, could you respond to this? And
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
On that one.
Absolutely not.
Right.
First and foremost, what I'm about to say carries a very long way. You have to love yourself. Love yourself. Know yourself. Own who you are at all times in order for you to be happy. No one made me this way. Nothing happened to me as a child. I wasn't forced into this. It's not something that I tried. This is who I am.
Wow.
The same thing with my sister. People say what they say about my sister, her having 3 babies and what happened and this and that. It's just something that goes on.
Right.
The way things are now in life, the way things are changing, it wasn't as easy to accept gay and lesbian and bisexual people back then as it is now.
Right.
So a lot of people got to look at that time. We're going in a whole nother direction now.
Yes.
Very different one.
Hold your thought. Listen, we'll be right back. This is really hot. We'll be right back. Hey, it's on Talk Show, and today's show is the Cry Out, the Real Lesbian Show. And you've just heard Tanika say and proclaim that she's a bisexual right in front of her mom. Her mom got the surprise of her life today. Hey, Mom, you okay over there?
Fine, I'm fine.
Okay. You still love your daughter?
Yes.
All right. Shanika, so again, you've come out today in the very presence of your sister and your mom that you are now a lesbian. You've been practicing lesbianism for how long again?
It's been about 5.5 years.
Yeah, and when you first came to the studio, I saw you. I would have never known. Of course, I mean, you carry yourself as true female, straight female, and this is really going. A lot of females look wonderful and glamorous, just as you, but they have and are curious about living this lifestyle. What could you say to someone that is really, really want to be where you are now? And they're fighting. They're in their closet, but they want they want that cry to come out of them because they're tired and sick of being in that closet.
Well, what I would say to that is, first and foremost, know that this is your lifestyle, not just a phase. The difference between being curious is that curiosity is something that you try.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't come out if you're just curious. I will wait. If you have your experience and you feel this is who you are and you know this is who you are, then you can come out. But if you're just curious, I wouldn't go running and telling everybody.
Right.
Because you have to try it to see if you like it. And that's like with anything in life. When you're curious, you try things.
True.
You know, but if you know this is who you are already, own it.
Wow. That's deep.
Live your life, love yourself, love life.
For you.
For you. Only you. No one can live your life for you. Yeah, people are going to be judgmental. They're judgmental whether you do good or
I'm going
bad.
to talk about you while you're alive and after you're dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And you know what you say when they get smart?
What did you say?
How you doing?
Oh, please say that again. I like that.
Oh, Rasputia.
Just say it again.
How you doing?
Go ahead.
She's a little queen, too.
Wow.
She them boys also.
So, Lolita, now that Tanika, your sisters come out, some of your lesbian friends might say, wow, I want to get with your sister. What would you tell them?
I don't have nothing to do with that.
No.
I don't have nothing to do with that part.
Wow.
That's on her. And
Yeah, because you've been so helpful. Because again, I looked at 2010. A lot of women are going to be coming out. Yeah, and you do agree, Mom? Pass Mom that mic.
It's going to be a lot of coming out because it's so many people that figure, oh, I gotta let somebody know, or I've been dealing with this so long. So it's going to be a big trend.
Right. So look, I'm going to put this on the air right now. If you are a female lesbian and you want to come out the closet, please, we will have a show. Give us a call at 410-564-8758. Again, if you're a lesbian and you want to come out your closet, you're tired of being in there. Even if you're a gay guy, come on. We want to let you express yourself, and so you get to know who you really are. Give us a call, 410-564-8758, because we want you to be free and not bound. And again, I want you to be very careful that you be very careful. Don't spread AIDS. Our community has suffered now with that great disease. Please be careful in whatever you do. And always remember, as the panel said, that God really loves you in spite of whatever you are and whoever you are. And always remember, God is always by your side. So in your decision-making process, be thinking out, be critical, be open and honest with yourself. And again, if you heard Mom say quite vividly, you can talk to your parents, and we ask the parents to understand and love your children. Don't beat your children. Is that right, Mom?
That's right. Understand.
Yeah.
There's no need of shouting at them or yelling at them or telling them you disown them and stuff like that. It's not worth it.
Right, because just the day you've seen Tanika, her daughter just came out with her sexuality. She was open, honest, and Mom was sitting over there. I asked Lolita to sit in the middle because I didn't know how Mom would respond to this. I know she'd punch her, but Mom smiled and loved her just the same. So I didn't know. But we're asking parents because it's going to happen. But please remember that you've got to love your child. And again, could you pass Lolita the mic? Lolita, again, they're going to be, I want you to give information out again because as these folks making up their minds to live a new lifestyle, I want them to be able to contact you so that you can help them, give them guidance.
Well, my information for Facebook again is lolita.chase@yahoo.com. And yes, he may have gave y'all information as far as calling the show. And I'm sure there's a lot of you that don't probably want to make that jump yet because it will be on TV. Y'all can definitely hit me up on the page, and I'll contact you back, and we can work through this together any way you want. And then we can definitely come on the show when you're ready to also get it out there.
Right, because Lolita, this is also the lesbian reality show, and if you give information to her, it's fine, or just give us a call. But we want to help you out so you can be the best person that you can be. And we want to give Nikita, Tanita, I'm sorry, the last word, Tanika, the last word, because today, would you consider this day release?
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been happy with myself for a while because I know who I am. It's just that I haven't told my parents. I have yet to tell my dad.
Well,
I'm not going to do it on the holiday though.
Got jokes.
She had Thanksgiving.
I did. I got my father on Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Out the blue.
So,
but so how does it really feel that now you've told?
I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel good.
Well, let's give her a hand, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's free. And express herself.
Yahoo! That was a little girl.
So,
well, I will say this. I will say this though.
Uh-huh.
To anyone, whether you're gay, lesbian, or bisexual, you will have people, family, friends. I mean, sometimes family is the worst.
Yeah.
That's going to judge you. They're going to say whatever. But I'll tell you this: let your haters be your motivators. That's just it. Motivate you to do what you got to do.
Again, you've heard it. Again, today's show was the Cry Out. Tanika cried out, and the other folks, you can cry out. And if you would like to be on the show to cry out and express who you are, give us a call at 410-564-8758. Peace, and I'm out. See y'all. Bye, Mom.
We that's it. We done. We still. Oh well, I want to say hi to some people. Well, not some people. I want to say hi to everybody on my Facebook page. The ones that do pay attention to what I'm trying to do as a positive note as far as helping our community and getting us together as a whole. And basically, if y'all pay attention to me the way that y'all should and start encouraging others around you, we will become a better family. All the drama or the fussing, arguing, you have a girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever the case may be, everything needs to stop. The kids itself in the world nowadays need leaders, and they don't have it. They definitely don't have it. By 2012, this world gonna be a lot worse than what it is now. If y'all don't start stepping up and just leaving negativity alone, drama alone, just live and be free and learn how to be just happy just to be here. I'm done now.
All right, again, you hit Lolita, give that proclamation. So we ask you to please respond to her Facebook page. And again, give us a call if you'd like to be on the show, 410-564-8758. Peace, and we'll see you the next time. Give me a call. Bye-bye.